How's it going, everybody? My name is John, and happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all are going to have a great day. I'm heading out here pretty soon to have a nice family dinner. I hope you all are going to enjoy some good food and some good time with family as well. But before we head out, I wanted to talk about the Conor McGregor case involving a sexual assault claim by Nikita Hand. I guess at this point I shouldn't call it a claim because Conor McGregor was found guilty as a verdict by an Irish civil court because the case had been previously brought up criminally, but nobody wanted to take it. Since the verdict of this case, Conor has been dropped by his Proper 12 Irish whiskey company, which he was the face of, and taken out of the Hitman video game. There's been videos on social media I've been seeing of people taking down murals with Conor McGregor's face on it or paintings across gyms. And you know that this is just the start of it, as Conor McGregor is going to continue to be canceled by his sponsors and media. But I want to quickly go over some of the details of the case that make me a little bit suspicious of the victim's intentions, as well as why this reminds me of exactly what made me switch from Biden to Trump during this last election cycle. So you guys will have to forgive me for looking at my notes here, but here are some facts about the case that you guys need to hear. As I mentioned previously, the case was brought to a criminal court before, but was dropped because they didn't see the grounds to have it be a criminal case. So the victim took it to civil court, which has a lot less parameters you need to meet to find somebody guilty. Next is that there was CCTV footage of the victim staying at the location after you can see Conor leaving in the CCTV footage. The victim stayed there continuing to have a good time, partying, drinking, and continuing the stuff that she claims caused this. I'm gonna quickly read you guys a statement from Dee Devlin, who's been unfortunately caught up in that. That's Conor McGregor's wife, which Conor tweeted that he admits he made a mistake cheating on her, but that everything that happened that night is completely consensual. But the statement that his wife made was that, imagine a woman with her own boyfriend and child texting provocative pictures of herself to another woman's man with a family and child on the way. This woman claims to know me, yet still went ahead and sent messages and pictures of herself over and over to my man. The claims that Dee Devlin makes are true. This woman had previously been sending seductive and nude photos to Conor McGregor and had been messaging him leading up to the incident. I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen a girl chase a rich dude with a shit ton of money, send nudes, send all these texts, and then not be down. Another caveat in this case is Conor's associate, which I'll just refer to as Lawrence because I don't remember his first name. But Lawrence was there that night, and after the claims happened, Lawrence said, well, I had sex with her that night too. The victim responded, oh yeah, well, I don't remember it, so he too. Conveniently, the charges on Lawrence were found not to be credible and he wasn't found guilty, but Conor was. Naturally, the Nikita Hand victim camp had to respond to all these crazy claims being made because it hurts their chances in the case. This is a quote I pulled from the New York Post that says, the woman's lawyer said she never pretended to be a saint and had gone out looking for a good time that had turned into a nightmare. There's a lot of other details with the case that involves the woman texting her boyfriend that she also had the night that she was with Conor and this other guy. Furthermore, her attorney said, also pulled from the New York Post, McGregor was angry about a fight he had lost in Vegas 2 months earlier and took it out on his client. Like, are you kidding me? A fight that McGregor lost 2 months earlier. This guy is a professional. He's lost more fights than just this fight in Vegas, but all of a sudden he needs to take it out on some random girl who's like a 6 2 months later. Absolutely ridiculous claims. But nevertheless, with all of this evidence and things working against the case, the jury is still more likely to side with the victim. Conor McGregor's this rich, evil, psychotic person apparently. And like I said, he was forced to pay anywhere from $250,000 to $260,000 to the victim, as well as being dropped from Hitman, a whiskey company, and getting his legacy besmirched in Ireland. The only light in the tunnel of darkness for McGregor is that he does plan to file an appeal, which in my mind will no doubt reverse the verdict of this case. The reason that this reminds me of why I switched from Biden, being a Biden supporter, a very staunch Biden supporter in 2020, to now being a Trump voter in 2024 and a very hardline Republican. In 2022, the crack in the dam of lies that the media and the Democrats had been feeding me started to form, when the Tate brothers were brought to court over a human trafficking case. I had been watching these guys on the internet for a little bit up to that point, including some long-form interviews with people such as George Janko and Patrick Bet-David, who I do respect a lot. And when they said that they were being charged with this big human trafficking scam, it just didn't really pass the smell test. Well, matter of fact, 2 years later, as according to Reuters, the Tates were returned over $40 million worth of assets, and now DCOT, the organization charging them, has been forced to present some sort of evidence in 5 days because the evidence they did present was ruled to be false. So then just a few months after the Tate case happens, and I don't really believe the system anymore, guess who gets charged with the crime? Donald Trump. I remember back when J6 happened, as a staunch Biden supporter, I was very against Trump, and this is what I thought the charges they were bringing up were for. Come to learn that it involves some weird sex case with a porn star from like 12 years ago that has like nothing to do with J6 or any of the other politics that Trump did as president. So they're trying to use as a moral argument as, oh, you can't vote for a guy who cheated on his wife. But I'm like, that has nothing to do with being the president of the United States. This is what started me really getting behind Trump and actually trying to push him into the White House because I am in a critical county in a swing state. Right around that time, I downloaded X, as all of you guys know is the truth serum to all the bullshit that goes on in the society. And I started seeing all these interesting stories and perspectives that I just hadn't seen before. I'd been stuck in this leftist echo chamber. And there's this BS going around that X is some sort of right-wing propaganda machine, which to me just isn't true. I still get tweets from Destiny, Cenk Uygur, Mark Cuban, Mark Hamill. But with that knowledge of the lies they had already told me about the Tate case and the Trump case, plus with me being on X, I started looking into a slew of things and got into a bunch of podcasts, a bunch of new media, and I ended up changing my perspective on nearly everything. Even the fact that I was against Trump for now I see that it wasn't really his fault. I had been under the impression that Trump incited some sort of reason for them to go to the Capitol when he never actually said that. Additionally to that, I learned that there was genuine cases of election interference, not a widespread election fraud, but election interference from big tech and the media companies which lied about stories, including the Hunter Biden laptop story. So my main point with all of this is, like with Tate and Trump, with McGregor, all they're going to do is start showing people the cracks in their lies and turn people on to the truth. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit a like and subscribe if you did. Let me know what you think of the McGregor case. I hope you all have a fantastic Thanksgiving, whether you're watching this during or after. I hope you guys had a great one, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.